Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Real with Nusrat. Today's episode is rather a sensitive one. It's about healing. For a long time I've been told to do this episode on healing, and it's quite an emotional topic for me as well, so it's taken me a while to talk about it. Stay tuned as we talk about the healing process in our lives. So the healing process. No one actually gets told exactly how healing is supposed to happen, when it's supposed to happen, and when you're actually healed. How do you know that? No. So people have asked me to talk about this, and it's a sensitive topic because healing just doesn't happen once. And sometimes when old wounds come back, you have to start healing again all over. So it's a bit difficult, and the one thing I tell everybody is that there isn't one single formula that fits everybody. Healing process is dependent on your personality, yourself, your environment, and the pace that you will take to your healing. And I would really urge people that when you are going through the healing process, listen to your heart. Do exactly what you feel is best for you. Forget about everyone else. The healing process is about you being very selfish. Because unless you are 100% okay, you're an empty vessel that cannot fill anybody else's until yours is 100% filled. So what do? What are you supposed to do? They tell you don't linger too much into feeling bad. You should bounce back immediately. Make yourself busy. But not everybody can do that. You're told don't cry, especially the men. Their healing process is the most very difficult, because society has told us that the man has to be strong. You're not supposed to be emotional. So how do you heal when the society dictates how we are supposed to behave? My mother lost her mum. That would be my grandmother. And what I've noticed in our society is that when you've lost a loved one, you're supposed to say, Alhamdulillah, thank God, that it's happened and it's out of my will and I need to move on. And it's not that simplified. So the one thing I kept asking my mom was, are you okay? How do you feel? You've lost your mom. Do we take the time to ask people how they feel genuinely? How do you feel? This has happened to you. If you act out your emotions, waambiwa nini? Yule najitia wazimu. Hivi yani yampata yeye tu. Hakuna mtu mwingine yampata mambo kama haya. Ajitia wazimu tu. So for that, we put it inside. If it is a man, waambiwa mwanamume gani yule ampatikana na jambo moja tu basi hajielewi, yuko kila mahali. But that is not how it's supposed to be. As a society, we are taught to bottle up our emotions. Be it a man, be it a woman. And unfortunately, all these emotions come back to us very negatively. Kuna watu that have gone through a lot of childhood trauma, adults like me, and childhood trauma follows you. What do I mean by childhood trauma? Whatever has happened to you as a child, kama mpigwa sana, manake huwa hiyo sifa. Si tulinyoroshwa tulipokuwa wadogo. No, that's child abuse. Si kunyoroshwa, it's child abuse. Kumpiga mtu mpaka ukakatwa. Mimi nakula vikoto mpaka my lower lip could be swollen because of that, and I'd have marks on my back for quite a while. It's not kunyorosha. Even if it works then, it's worked temporarily for that solution. But it goes on a lifetime. You remember these things, and not positively all the time. Kuna fathers that beat up their kids, they almost want to kill them for small things that they've done. Kwa hasira. And they grow up to be adults that probably hate their fathers. They hate the father figure image. You have mothers that constantly taunt their children. Ave nkondeana sana. Amave kazi kula viazi tu. Ave mfala. Matukano mangapi watu watukana? Mtu akaitwa mbwa, akaitwa mshenzi. Akaitwa you'll never amount to anything in life. You carry that on. And until as adults, we kept told phrases that say, this is how you are, this is who you are. Of the most people that have been in drug abuse, when you ask them why they did that, it is the family that has failed them. It is the mentality the family has had of them as individuals that make them go through that. They use drugs to escape the pain that they get from their family. And it's just words. Words are enough to tear down a person. So be it you are in a terrible abusive relationship and you want to move from that. Be it you've experienced a very painful childhood, a neglected parent that is a neglected child by your own parent, or an abusive father or an abusive mother, or be it is a childhood abuse in the form of rape cases, sodomy. It doesn't matter which one it is. I always tell people the first step is addressing the reality of what's happened to you. It's not a matter of covering it up anymore. It's a matter of head-on confronting what has happened to you. You have to confront your past. You have to confront what is hurting you, even if it is in the present. If it is an abusive husband, if it is an abusive wife, wives do that too. If it is an abusive friend, if it is an abusive boss, anyone, whatever has happened to you, confront it. Accept it then, that this has happened to me. No matter how miserable I feel in my life, no matter how much nikae, nilie, ama nifikirie, why is this happening to me? It won't change unless I say, you know what? This has happened to me. I accept it. And the period between you confronting what has happened to you and you accepting what has happened to you, it's as long as you want it to take. No one should dictate that for you and say, hii period ishakwisha sasa, can you move on? No. And if there's anybody that does that, please take a pause from them. They don't belong in your current life at the moment. You don't need such people in your life. It doesn't matter if it is a family member. Mwambie mtu, tafadhali. I'm not happy with what you're telling me. I'm not happy with what you're pushing me to do. Please stay away. My mental health is more important than pleasing you. No matter who it is, your mother, your father, your sister, your husband, your child, it doesn't matter. Your best of friends, it doesn't matter. Openly, I will take my time. Have that self-love for yourself to want better. And I sing this all the time. We have one life to live. We'll die. Then for what? Those that we've pleased, do they come with us? Do we know where we are going? This is the one life you have, and time is precious. Always think, what do I want? I'm losing this time. I want to make the most of it because I might be dead tomorrow. It's not old people dying anymore. We die all the time. So heal by first confronting, head on, honestly, taking yourself out of that box and evaluating that situation and being dead honest with what's happened to you. Then accept it. This is what has happened to me. There's no point of me lingering on. There's no point of me feeling sorry for myself. Avoid the self-pity. Once you've accepted what's happened to you, the next step is, how do I make myself better for me? First, it's for you. How do I make myself better for me? Reevaluating your self-awareness as a person. What makes Nusrat Nusrat? What am I? If you've been from a relationship, before you move on to the next relationship, make sure the relationship you have with yourself is first of all 100% positive and secure. Because otherwise, whatever baggage you have, you're carrying it on to the next relationship, and it's not fair for the other person that's going to be with you. So that's the next step you need to do. Reevaluating who you are. What makes me me? What are my principles as a person? What will I accept from people and what I will not accept from people? You've had your lesson. We're always told whatever happens to us is not a mistake, it's an experience. You know, God knows why we are tested the way we are tested, but it makes us stronger. Adversity should make us stronger. So once you've done that, once you know who you are, once you have your strengths, you are ready now to be the best version of yourself to others. But during that healing process, do what you want. That's all I can tell you as a final thing. I can't give you steps. I can only tell you as an individual, do what you feel like. You feel like crying it out. You feel like shutting out people, do it. You feel like I need to be out there, mingle with people. I need to do whatever you feel like doing, you do it for yourself. Listen to your heart and just do it. And you move on from then. We're going to start a mental health series discussing all this and the processes we need to have, because the mental health topic, like it or not, it's a huge topic, you know, and we need to look at this individually. We keep singing mental health, but what is it? And what are the tiny mental health topics we need to tackle through it all? So join me through this journey and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're going through. Let me know what you wish me to address in this series of the mental health topic. And together we can come with solutions that fit our individuality, that makes us better people out there. Remember, self-love, self-worth, self-awareness, all that is so that we are not selfishly just for ourselves, but to make us better individuals with others. It's not a selfish world anymore. Let's try and bring positivity to each other and together. Looking forward to this series. It's been real with Nusrat. Thank you for joining me.